Hello, welcome to Lunar Astro. Today's topic. Today's topic is something in which will change the result of the entire dasha. Even the sixth, eighth, and 12th lord will give the benefic results. Rahu and Ketu extremely positive in these particular rashis. What are these rashis? These rashis are called as Dagdha Rashis or the burned rashis. Also, this concept, when I was reading it a few years back, I read it in a book of New Techniques of Prediction by Seshadri Iyer. This is a book he wrote. I think only three books: uh, New Techniques of Prediction 1 and 2, and there's also part third, which is not available in the print format, but available online in the digital format. So if you have not read this book ever, I will suggest, if you're a serious Jyotish learner, please go ahead, read it. It's one of the books where the use of divisional charts has been discussed. Also, if you have membership of Script, which is a reading app, there is a particular chart or a predictions written by Seshadri Iyer on one of the charts, and explain how to actually make predictions using divisional charts. Please do read that document. It is very useful to see how a very legendary astrologer has decoded a chart using divisional charts. He has used D1, D9, D10, D4, D11, D12, and explained various events, why it is happening. Even in this book, there are examples. Even if you practice them now, a lot of predictions you will get to learn how the predictions actually come from using the dashas. So let's look at Dagdha Rashis. We'll look at Dagdha Rashis and we'll look at some of the examples and see how they actually performed. So let's have a look. Okay, these are the Dagdha Rashis. So depending on the tithi you are born in, every single tithi has Dagdha Rashis. So for example, you are born on first tithi, Pratipada, Libra and Capricorn will be the Dagdha Rashi. Similarly, Dvitya, Sagittarius and Pisces will be the Dagdha Rashi. Now, what is actually Dagdha Rashi is that on the day of this particular day, suppose someone is born on Pratipada, on this particular day, Libra and Capricorn will become burned Rashis. It means the good effects of these Rashis will not be very prominent, will be zero. At the same time, the Lord of Libra is Venus. Even if the Venus is exalted in the chart, Venus will not be able to give the effect of Libra. And we will see this with the example. Similarly, somebody born on Panchami, Gemini and Virgo will be the Dagdha Rashis or burned Rashis. So that particular day, the results of Mercury and the houses they will own, suppose Gemini becomes the third house. So significations related to the third house will not be there, will be absent. At the same time, Chaturdashi birth, they have all the four dual signs are Dagdha that particular day. That is why for the Chaturdashi born in BPHS, a particular remedy has been subscribed. At the same time, new moon and full moon does not have any Dagdha Rashi. So these two details are the exception. But all the other Rashis except Chaturdashi have two signs which are Dagdha. Now, if you have a look, what is Dagdha? The good things in this Dagdha Rashi will not perform. This is one thing. Suppose you have a Rajyog combination. What is a Rajyog combination? Whenever the lords of quadrant and trine meet, that's a Rajyog. 9th and 10th lord, whenever they meet, that's a grade 1 Rajyog. At the same time, because 9th house natural zodiac belongs to Jupiter, 10th house in natural zodiac belongs to Saturn. Whenever in any chart you will see Jupiter and Saturn combination in D1, D9, D10, D60, you will say this chart is above average. This person will do above average in his life. That is one thing. But anyhow, 9th and 10th lord combination is a grade 1 Rajyog. If they go and meet in Dagdha Rashi, the Rajyog results will not be up to the full point. That is a Yog Bhang. At the same time, in the ninth and 10th lords, when they meet in 6, 8, and 12, because they are trick houses or bad houses, the results of Raj Yoga will not be completed. But when the lords of 6, 8, and 12 or a Rahu and Ketu come and sit in the Dagdha Rashi itself, the results of that particular Rashi increase. Rahu and Ketu perform extremely well in Dagdha Rashis. Lords of 6, 8, 12 will perform extremely well in the Dagdha Rashis. It's like two negatives will make one positive. That is what is happening in the Dagdha Rashi. So let's look at some of the examples. Okay, this is a chart of a famous Nobel Prize winner. He's a writer, Ernest Hemingway. And if you see the tithi he was born in, was Chaturdashi tithi. 4 signs, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, were Dagdha. So 11th house, 2nd house, 5th house, and 8th house were Dagdha during the day he was born. At the same time, all his major work, you see Rahu and Ketu are in Dagdha Rashis in this particular chart. Also, Jupiter being the 8th lord, this Rashi is Dagdha. So Jupiter cannot give the results now of the 8th house completely because the Rashi has become Dagdha. At the same time, the second Rashi of family, finance, speaking became Dagdha. But during the Dasha of Rahu only, from 1936 to 1954, he did major of his work in writing. And as soon as the Dasha of Jupiter started for him, he got the Nobel Prize win. Nobel Prize. He got nominated for Nobel Prize, and he also won that particular year. So you see, in the Dasha of Rahu, which was supposed to be bad for most of the people, which in 5th house, but in 5th house being the Dagdha Rashi, the imagination of Rahu in 5th house took over, and he wrote some really good work in that particular time period. Now let's look at another chart. Okay, this is a chart of a lady. She was born on Ashtami, Gemini, and Virgo. Both signs of Mercury are Dagdha. And if you see, 8th lord is sitting in the 7th house, 7th lord in 4th house, and every single thing in this particular chart is in 4th house. Also, the career, if you see the Ketu is placed there, you will be surprised to know this lady this lady was an IS officer, hold grade 1 post. Then she got she left the job. She moved to a different country, started a business there, entirely different business, and succeeded in that. Really rich, money wise, she's well off. All his career, she has always stayed at the top. The career was never the problem. Even the Ketu was placed in the 10th house. She was always on the top of his career. At the same time, the married life was also wonderful. There was no problems in the married life whatsoever till now. This is the chart of a person, and if you see he was born on Shashti Tithi, Aries and Leo, it means 3rd house and 7th house are Dagdha in this particular case. And if you have a look, Rahu and Saturn, both malefics are placed in this particular. Lagan Lord is in 7th house, and also with Rahu is placed in this particular chart. They are in Dagdha Rashi. 7th Lord has gone to 6th house. Now the negative effect, if you have a one look, you'll see the marriage life should not be okay. But if you have a one look, the Dagdha Rashi, due to Dagdha Rashi only, the bad effects of Saturn and Rahu will not be possible there. So the Dagdha Rashi will nullify the bad effects of the bad planets. It's two negatives make one positive. This will happen. And also, if you have a look at one more chart, we will see. Okay, this is a chart of one of the best astrologers, Dr. B.V. Raman Saab. He was born Ekadasi. Sagittarius and Pisces are Dagdha in his case. So 11th Lord and both signs of Jupiter have become Dagdha. And the Jupiter is sitting in the 10th house itself. When the Dasha of Jupiter started, Shri launched the magazine, the astrological magazine, 1936. This is what the Dagdha Rashi Lord gave him. So even the Rahu was there. Rahu, and you see, Rahu in his case was turned out as a benefit, because for astrologers, whenever the Rahu is in second house or aspect second house, it is considered as good. At the same time, it was only the transit of Rahu towards the 64th Navanj which made him world famous. During that time, he was doing the world tour. So Dagdha Rashis actually work very well if they have malefics in it. If I have 6, 8, 12 lords in it, which stops here. If they have 6, 8, 12 lords in it, if they have Rahu and Ketu in it, they work very well. But moreover, if you have not read this book, please, every single line in this book is a technique. There are so many techniques in this book, you can't finish it. I mean, if you read one line and then you can start practicing on it, you will not be able to finish this book. There are so many techniques in it. It is worth reading 100 times. Please go ahead, purchase it, read this particular book. So this is for people who want to go and do the predictions. But again, for predictions, basics has to be strong, and read the basics properly. There's another video I told about the basic books. Please do read them. And I hope to see you next time. Hope you like the video. And thank you so much.